Today we're going to teach you how to clean 5 different types of firearms. So let's get started. So the 5 different platforms we have on the table: a bolt action rifle, pump action shotgun, AR style platform, semi-automatic platform, and a revolver. Start off with the pistols and then move our way up to the rifles and long guns. So before you get started, you're going to need some essentials. First is going to be some gloves. These are very crucial because you don't want to get the grease on your hands because it is kind of a pain. The next thing you're going to need is some cleaning patches. This will help clean the barrel. There's nooks and crannies that you can't normally get with a brush or anything, so these are very crucial. Most importantly, you're going to need some sort of lubrication / cleaner. We recommend Remington's Rim Oil. We've been using this for many years and it's worked just fine. You can also use some CLP. Whatever you enjoy, whatever is your favorite flavor, if you want to say, you can use that. Another thing you can add to your cleaning kit is something like this. It's a kind of package deal, comes with a rod, a bunch of brushes, and we'll show you how this works. But what's cool about this guy is you can go from 22 all the way to 45 ACP, which is very helpful because we have a 38 Special Rock Island Armory M200 and a Glock 36 chamber and 45 ACP, so definitely going to be using this very soon. Some other miscellaneous stuff is you're going to need a bore snake, some brushes, and some picks. We just kind of have them all here because organization, not here.
So we have the Rock Island M200 here. We're going to start off cleaning this sucker. So make sure she's open, nothing's in the chamber, all clear. Go ahead and either spray the bore snake we're going to be using, or you can just go ahead and spray right in the cylinder. It's up to you. I'm just gonna do a quick little spray in the cylinder. Try not to get it on your boots like I just pretty much did. There we go. Spraying all the holes and the barrel. So the bore snake just drops right down, pull it through. There we go. So you can see, very easy. Just pull that thing right through and it's already cleaned. We're moving on to the cylinder here. We're gonna use this wire brush and go right in. There we go. 1, 2, 3, boom. So now she's all clean. Let's just dry that off. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a clean cloth, just put a little oil on there. And now we're gonna clean right where the firing pin area and all that is here. It's can get a bit dirty. Look at that, getting a little bit off. So there you go. It's good having gloves because you will get dirty. You can see there's a lot of extra oil that's everywhere, so we're just going to use the rest of this cloth here. Just kind of clean things up, try to get all that excess oil off. By the way, if you like these grips on the M200 here, make sure you go check out Brownworks. They make some really nice wooden grips, different textures, different shapes. So this is a nice thin grip. It's not boaty like the original.
Next, we're going to show how to clean a semi-automatic platform, in particular, this Glock 36. So the first thing you're gonna do before you start cleaning is make sure your gun is clear. So there is nothing in the chamber. We're gonna drop our magazine and put that off to the side, and then we're gonna let down the slide. Next, in order to field strip, we're going to press the trigger, pull the slide back just like so, about 1/2 inch or a little less. Pull down these little 2 tabs that are on both sides, and then the slide should come off just like so. Next, you're going to take out the spring and your barrel. So now you got your 4 main components. You got your lower with your trigger assembly, your spring, barrel, your slide. Now you can break these components down even into the bare bones of the trigger and everything inside, as well as the pin. But for today, for a field strip, we're just going to break it down as such. First thing I like to do is take some rim oil and kind of spray it into the nooks and crannies, especially into the barrel, onto the spring, and into your lower. All right, so we're gonna take this wire brush here and kind of clean out the barrel, make sure she is clear, especially if you don't clean your gun a lot. Those carbon deposits will actually build up, and this right here will break it down. All right, so now we have kind of plunger attachment here, and it will allow you to put one of these cloths on the end of it. You can spray some oil on there if you want to, but since there's a good amount in there, we're not going to add any more because it's going all over the place. Stick that in, and it will clean that out, just like so. Another important tool is this guy right here. What you can do is you can take a cloth as such, kind of pull it through, and it will kind of lock it in place. Again, adding the rim oil or whatever oil that you choose onto the cloth, run it through your barrel, and it will actually hold in place, which is a little bit more beneficial than the method I just used. So maybe do that. All right, so we're gonna take one of these soft tip brushes and kind of scrub down where the firing pin is and the chamber, Any of the nooks and crannies that the carbon deposits will definitely build up, especially back in here. Again, if you want to break it down and really clean the internals, you can, but for this example, we're just doing a simple field strip. Also, as you're cleaning, you want to scrub down any excess oils that are building up because it will get all over the place. Biggest thing is you just want to rub down the spring, give it a nice once over. You can take a brush, kind of brush it down, get any big clumps out, so it's not interfering with the actual spring mechanism. Going on to the lower, again, taking your brush and kind of getting into the nooks and kind of lifting up where the slide release is and kind of holding it in place so you can get underneath is also very crucial, especially down where the trigger assembly is. You can kind of get a nice little scrub. Where the slide is moving back and forth, you also want to clean in there so there is no resistance as the slide is moving. It's good to have an extra rag just like such. That we've had this guy around for a very long time and she is obviously not in her prime. This used to be white and it's, well, it's definitely not. So just an extra rag you don't really care about to wipe down, again, any of the excess oils that are kind of building up as you go along and clean. So once you got everything clean, you're going to reassemble, which is doing the exact opposite of what you did to disassemble, which is put in the barrel. Now put in the spring, just like so. Line it up with your lower, slide it back, drop the slide, and you are good. All right, so now onto an AR platform. So this is actually very easy to break down. There's only 2 takedown pins, one here and one here. We're gonna take this one, push that in, go on the other side, pull it out until it pops, and then it opens up just like such. From here, you can take your charging handle, pull back, and your BCG and your charging handle will come out just like so. Next, you can take anything. I take this little rod here and push out the other takedown pin till it pops, just like so. And now your upper and your lower separate. So we're gonna take our upper and move it to the side just for right now. And we're gonna take our lower and kind of take a look at her. So this is where your trigger is, all your safeties and everything are going to be down in here. Your buffer tube and your buffer spring are going to be in here. As you can see, I've cleaned it not too long ago, so it's not too dirty, but we'll show you how to do that. Your BCG is going to get probably the dirtiest out of all, especially where the gas comes in. And where the bolt face is, it's going to have a ton of carbon buildup here and around here, as you can see. So we're definitely going to clean this guy out, and also the inside as well. And then of course your charging handle, which, yeah, she's going to get a little dirty, but she's a quick clean, so not too bad. All right, so just taking a brush to the BCG here, there's a couple carbon buildups down underneath, so if you can try to get in there and get those knocked loose, that is good. Also, again, using your rim oil, kind of spraying her over once over, especially getting that bolt face right there, kind of getting that cleaned out. Again, taking your rag and cleaning it off. As you can see, this is the reason why you wear gloves. We're going to show you the difference of wearing gloves and not wearing gloves. We just started, and this is already what we're at. So you're going to see how dirty my hands are going to get, and potentially even my arms, just from cleaning one firearm. For all you fuds out there that just don't clean your guns or you don't believe in it, well, you are very special, and not the way that your mama told you. But always clean your guns, kids, because do you take showers? I think so. How do you think your gun feels if you go and shoot it and it gets all dirty and you don't give it a nice shower, wash off? Well, enough said. All right, so your charging handle, like I said, just running some oil or lubrication over it, cleaner, get it all clean here. All right, so now onto the lower here. So we're gonna spray some rim oil in there. All right, so you can take your buffer spring out if you want to and clean that. That is totally up to you. All right, so once you get everything clean, wipe it down and she'll look good as new. Now onto your upper. The biggest areas that you're gonna clean is the barrel and the chamber here. So we're gonna spray her down with some rim oil and kind of get some down in the barrel itself. All right, so now we're going to take our bore snake, put some oil on there and run it through. You can run a 22 bore snake or a 223 556. They're all pretty much in that same diameter. So we're gonna drop her in just like such. And then pull from this end. Just like that. You can run it 1 or 2 times if you want to, that's totally up to you. But usually after the first, second time, she's pretty darn clean, especially if you run in the right bore snake, it's not too loose in there, and you run some oil, some lubrication, it'll be just fine. So now we're gonna reassemble the AR. So we're gonna, again, press these out to where we can hold on to them and pull them out, just like so. We're going to take our upper here, put our charging handle in position, make sure the bolt face is facing towards the end of the barrel, just like so. And then when you drop them in, they should lock into place just like that. Next, you're gonna line up your front takedown pin to the hole at the front. When that is in place, it will now pivot. So now you just push it up, takedown pin goes in, and you are ready to go.
All right, so we have your pump action shotgun. So obviously it's all clear. We're gonna loosen this bolt right here, which will separate the barrel. So let's go ahead and get that off. There we go. The barrel is actually a bit dirty, so we're gonna go ahead and just spray a little oil, a few different angles there. And we have our cheat code bore snake. I'm just gonna drop that weight straight down the barrel. Wait till it comes out the other side. And we're just gonna pull it right through. Boom. Wow, there we go. At the end of the barrel here, we're just gonna clean that up a bit. We already sprayed it down. Just take like an old rag or sock. Just kind of wiping down a little excess residue. And should be good to go. Go ahead and spray right in here. Just a little oil, try not to do too much, otherwise you'll have a mess. We're gonna take our soft brush and just try to clean up as much as we can in here. Had to get the hard brush because I definitely haven't cleaned this one in a while, or a very long time. So now we're just trying to get some of that excess stuff off. We loosen it up a bit, and now you can see it's kind of sticking to the stock here. So if you have some old crappy socks that have holes in them, they come in handy quite well. So slide the bolt forward and just try to clean up the side, just anything that might have gotten stuck on there. So just a little spray. So last bit is where you're loading up the shells, basically the entrance of the tube. So we're just gonna spray that down a little bit. You can tell there's some crap on the bottom. So just kind of clean that up, give it a nice little scrub, and then that should be it for the shotgun. Now she's all scrub-a-dubbed up, we're gonna go ahead and put her back together. So just go ahead and just barely let that slide in there. You're gonna put down your release for the bolt. Bring that back down, and then we just screw in right up top. That's really it. So now we're gonna be doing our bolt action here. So first thing is, if you have something to cover your scope, just some type of scope covers, we have these cheap little ones. So just put that over so we don't get any oils on the actual scope glass. That'll protect it. So it is clear, nothing in the chamber. So now to release this bolt, we're gonna pull the trigger while also pressing down on this release lever, and it slides right out. So thankfully we do have a bipod, so we're gonna use it to our advantage on our table and really just set it down, make it easier for us to clean this sucker. All right, so it's up to you again if you wanna spray the bore snake or just spray inside your barrel. Over just a little bit here, spray right down the barrel, and we'll probably just for extra measures, just make sure we dab this a little bit, especially by the wires here. Again, using that weight, just kind of drop the bore snake straight down. It's a little picky going in, so just know that. And then once we see that pop out the other side, we can set her right back down and just pull straight through. Boom, clean. Sometimes your internal magazine, maybe it's like a box magazine, pop it out, try to clean that up just a little bit, get some extra residue on that. It's just good to, if it's easy to come out and clean, then do it. All right, so we're just gonna spray some oil in here. Because the bolt is gone, it gives us enough space to really wiggle our finger around, use our little rag, really try to get that in there as much as you can. Just really trying to make sure while that bolt's out, you can get as much cleaned up as possible. If you can get a scrub brush in there, get what you can out. And now let's go to the bolt. So the dirtiest part is gonna be the bolt face. Obviously that's where you're basically firing from. So just give it a little spray here, just enough. A little bit on the side of the bolt. And let's just try to rub that down, get as much of that gunpowder residue off. So now we've sprayed it, cleaned it a bit. You obviously don't want to put it in just completely dry. So let's just put just a tiny dab that we're gonna actually leave on there. Try not to spray too much, and just a tad bit. Let's see if we can get it out slow here. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit to leave on the bolt, unlock it. Let's slide right back in, and now run that a few times. Thank you all for watching the video. We hope this actually helped you guys. Maybe you just bought your first gun, you're trying to figure out how to clean it. So now you have a tutorial to kind of walk you through. And this is more of a field stripping. Obviously we didn't break down every single part of every gun. There are other videos out there for. So just let us know what you'd like us to go over next. Just let us know, and we appreciate y'all watching.